What's going on? Welcome to the Offside Chat podcast. It's your boy Naber. I'm joined in the podcast studio by Naeem and Edward. Naeem, before we start, I just want to know, obviously it's a family show. I'm looking at your jumper and I want to know what that actually means because it says Kronk or something like that. So I would like to know what that means, Naeem.
It's the Kronk gym out of Detroit. Is Emmanuel Stewart top.
Okay.
The trainer from the Kronk gym, yeah.
Okay, just double checking, Naeem, because it seems quite offensive, and I know you've been done for wearing offensive t-shirts and jumpers in the past. So I just wanted to make sure
that is true. So yeah, no, I appreciate you looking out.
Thank you very much. Edward, what's going on, brother? How are you, man?
I'm all right, man. I'm good.
Yeah. Was he laughing at?
I know you're gonna start already in it, man. You're gonna start already.
Wow. No, I'm just checking. Obviously,
I'm just happy today. I'm just happy, great weekend of sport and everything. So I'm just
exactly. It's been all right, and I'm just checking because obviously Naeem has got quite a few people that watch his show. Shout out to the person. Obviously, was talking about. He's got obviously the Orville a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, Naeem let me know. Someone that he knows, found it very funny. So it was good. So I'm just checking every week, So, but yeah. And obviously we've got Ed. What's going on, brother? How are you, Ed? You seem that.
All right, man.
I don't know, man. That hoodie, you've tied it a bit too tight, my brother, man.
Don't even start,
okay?
Man.
Is everything good?
It's calm, man.
Little blue riding hood. Right. Listen, we are going to start. We have to start. Look, as a half Ghanaian and on this occasion, I'm going to speak for
barely half. I mean, I'm not sure.
I'm going to speak for, the Ghanaian nation out there. I think we're getting a bad rep here, because Nigeria crash out of the World Cup qualifiers against the Democratic Republic of Congo, that they think we're celebrating this or laugh
at
Nigeria's expense. And I just want to say right now, do you know what? That is absolutely false.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Why are good, honest Ghanaians laughing at Nigeria? Why? Why would we do that? The most peaceful nation in Africa, the most liked people from Africa around the world. Everyone has a Ghanaian work colleague or something that they love dearly. So
there's about 2 of you. There's not many of you. What do you mean the most liked? There's about 12 of you in the world.
Okay, so because we're not overpopulating everywhere that we go.
You can't like 12 people. There's not that many.
So because we're not, breeding and overpopulating places, there is many of us. And I just want to put it out there before we talk about this, Nigeria crashing out of the World Cup qualifiers, that no Ghanaian would be enjoying this. Of course not. Why? Anyway, just wanted to put that out there and put that straight. Right. Let's go to the most important man here, because obviously he's got a lot to say about this. Naeem, what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts first? Let's have a long monologue and then we'll come to...
I was disappointed. I've been disappointed in Nigeria's whole... Nigeria is one of the powers of African football. Let's not forget. And the your face and everything. But
powers or past or current?
But maybe in past tense now, because they're disappointed, isn't it? I think they were the strongest team in their relevant group.
Can I just ask a question?
Oh, we got a heckler now.
No.
Well, please.
If you're a powerful nation in, a continent's football history, yeah,
of course,
is it right for you to qualify for the home tournament? Because I'm hearing someone talking about powers. Certain powers can't qualify for the home tournament. But do you know what I mean? Like,
I understand that.
England out of the Euros. If England not qualify for the Euros, it's a bit booky.
Yeah, because of course, it's a small.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward.
Shout out to AFCON starting in a month. And,
Naeem, as you were, sir, as you were,
Nigeria should have won that group.
You might be accused of doing voodoo in a second, but you know what I mean. It seems to be
we didn't need it. We didn't need it. Just saying, we didn't need it. So
there seems to be a lot of heckling and nasty stuff. But carry on, Naeem.
I did think there was a bit of juju in initially in the group stage. Obviously, South Africa lost some points for some sort of, I don't know who said something to the officials. That's juju. I'm just going to say, but I think, on all seriousness, I think for Nigeria, it's a massive disappointment, isn't it? I think you look at the squad they've got, the players they have there. I mean, some of the substitutions for me did not make any sense. I'm sure Ed will go into a granular detail in that aspect. However, it's just poor, isn't it? I think the coach's reaction to them losing, blaming certain, he blamed Black Magic, didn't he? When he mentioned the juju, which is, I don't know if it's true or not.
Name, return to sender. In Jesus' name, return to sender. All of this talk is just, honestly, it's just.
However, I think it is disappointing for Nigeria. Obviously, going to be AFCON. It's the world's biggest international tournament, of course, and do not have Nigeria there. It's disappointing for that nation as well because of the footballing heritage they've got there. Olympics, they've been at Olympics, won medals. So, However, fair play to DRC, the Congo, and good luck in their next game, isn't it? As the final playoff to try and get the World Cup.
I don't. You know what, Naeem? I don't like what you just said, and the reason why I don't is because it's disappointing and it's sad. For who? Who is it disappointed and sad for? Listen,
Nigerians.
The African continent as well, because
Sorry, Nigerians don't fall into the trap because this guy is a wizard. This guy's a wizard. Don't fall into the trap.
Of course,
Look at the joy in his face. We can see all 82 teeth. Yeah? All 82 of them. Yeah, I've never seen him smile so hard. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into the trap.
I'm actually really, I was disappointed that the headlines have all been, the Nigerian coach accuses, Congo of, black magic and voodoo, and is disappointing, and Osman and stuff. Why don't we just give credit to Democratic Republic of Congo, a great nation with a great history, challenging times, and listen. It's a very challenging time for Congo at the moment. And the fact that through that adversity, the football team have risen and will now represent their nation on the world stage. Why can't we celebrate goodness?
Not yet.
See, they still have to qualify. And I said, good luck to them, yeah. And that's it.
Let me not get carried away. But please,
so if they don't get past this round, you've won your World Cup, in it. Well done, Congo. Well done.
No, but we can see. I don't know why we don't just get behind Congo and just say, you know what? Well done, man.
No. You know why? You know why? There's no getting behind any other nation. Pause. Because when Nigeria do something, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got something to say. I remember when we made the last AFCON final, which you didn't make. Everybody loved Ivory Coast. You lot danced when we lost, didn't it? So there's no African unity, no kumbaya, my lord, no we are the world.
That's not proven.
Is Ivory Coast not in Africa? Why shouldn't we celebrate the elephant? Why should we not celebrate that great nation that's giving us Drogba, Yaya Toure? At the end of the day, why?
Wherever you're selling, I'm not buying. Wherever you're selling, I'm not buying.
And that's fine.
Wherever you're selling, I'm not buying. So
listen. Well, you haven't got enough money to buy the World Cup qualified spot. That's just how it is. But honestly, this narrative that it's all doom and gloom for who?
For Nigeria.
Do you think Nigeria is? We're talking about Nigeria
specifically. But listen. But again, I just don't like the headlines. Let's celebrate what Congo have done. As I said, a great nation, man, and it deserves the celebration it should get. Hopefully, they get to the World Cup through the next qualifying rounds. But what's all the doom and gloom, and it's the end of the. I don't think Africa is crying with Nigeria. I can actually probably guarantee that.
I think there's certain parts of Africa that aren't crying. There's certain parts
like a true Ghanaian. Spoken like a true Ghanaian.
Wow, Ed. You're on fire.
No. Show yourself. It's cool.
No, but who's
well
crying?
Played. Well played.
Let's go from nation to nation. But look, Nigeria. Look, they go away. I was looking actually like the age of the players. To be fair, they say by the time of the next World Cup, so they've still got some time. I think sometimes you need to go away, regroup, and then they could go again. Listen, Nigeria is a huge nation. always does produce very, very good football players. It's not all doom and gloom, you know what I mean, for Nigeria. But look, I'm very sure the rest of them and Ed will be supporting the other African nations that done what they had to do.
No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. No, I won't. I want you all to fail. And I want you to clip this up. And I want it to make it real. I want you all to fail. I do not want to see any African success.
All
I want you
Africans.
to fail. I want you to fail. There's no we are the world from me. I want you to fail. Ghana especially. I want you to fail. I want you to fail.
So what happened? What happens, Ed? Because you seem to, as I said, you seem to have a lot of pepper and opinions about other nations, club football. You've got a lot to say. If you just tell it how it is, and I actually like that about you. I love that about you. So tell me how it is with Nigeria.
You want to know? I've got time. Yeah, listen, we're shambles. Pathetic. I watched the game on Sunday, and as soon as he took off Osimhen, that was it. The game was a wrap. Like, the technical level in this squad, 1 to 11, the bench, non-existent, man. And then he started taking off our other better players. So he took off Lookman, I think around 60 minutes. Took off Iwobi, maybe 80. You take off your 3 best players, you replace them with not like for like or even a similar ilk. Yeah, the game just became bitty. It wasn't a good game from the beginning anyway. But the technical quality, when I say we're devoid, players can't trap a ball. We had no control in midfield. Nah, man, it was pathetic.
I mean, looking at the players, look, you've got, you mentioned, the substitutions were quite strange. I'll give you that. Obviously, Victor Osimhen, you got Lookman, Iwobi, Ndidi in midfield. I know maybe he's past.
He's 89 years old.
He's past his best. And obviously you've got Alvin Bassey. So for me, though, looking at those players, I think that's a core of players that you still think, Lookman is, African Player of the Year, Atalanta, Europa League, was it? Yeah. So that's amazing.
In the final.
That's what I'm trying to say. Iwobi, a very good Premier League player. Obviously, Bassey again. They know. He's had his critics, especially me. But again, I just think there's enough there. You've got obviously Osimhen, who you two said was world class. So look in the past. So I mean, there's enough though, isn't it? When you look at other African nations, not disrespecting everyone's squad, but I understand what you mean, Ed. But there's enough there, man. There's enough to
evidently not, bro. Evidently not, because if you look at it, if it was enough, why are we even in this predicament in the first place? If it was enough, why did we have to go through these channels to try and qualify? Why wasn't it automatic qualification if we are one of the better teams on the continent? So yeah, like each player has to look at themselves. The federation, the NFF has to look at themselves. For years, it's been besotted with issues, players not getting paid, and all sorts of institutional impropriety. But yeah, it's just pathetic, man. And we deserve this. It's nothing that we don't deserve. If you don't prepare well, this is what happens, man. Fail to prepare to fail. You saw the state of the hotel that the players were sent to. And this is meant to be a reputable footballing nation, especially within Africa anyway. So yeah, if anything good is to come out of this, because make no mistake, this is 2 World Cups in a row we've missed. Bad. Yeah, man.
2,
yeah, we missed the last one, and we're gonna miss this one. So this ain't it's not a rut. This is pathetic. This is bad, right? You love
years, No, I wasn't. I had something in my throat.
Yeah, pause. What's in your throat? Because
but look, at the end of the day,
yeah. Or was it that? Was it Kelly Willie? Yeah, your little dead gun in food.
but listen, look, man. It's obviously it's
it's bad, bro.
Football loving nation. And Ed, I think you put it into perspective here. That's 8 years.
Yeah,
8
years. It's bad.
So yeah, it is disappointing for Nigeria. But listen, man, the African nations are there. I'm sure, obviously, the world stage, USA, Canada, the biggest stage. It's going to be fantastic, man. I think for the African nations there. And good luck to them. God bless them. God has blessed them by getting them there. And listen, good luck. Do the continent of Africa proud. That and
You
I think
won't. None of
the
you
right
will.
nations have been chosen.
None of you will. None of you will.
Look at this.
None of you
heckler.
will. No, it's not a heckler. It's the truth.
Would you
It's the
agree
truth.
that the right nations have been chosen to represent? I think
get
so.
chosen.
I think chosen's the wrong word to use because you do it off sporting merit.
Yeah,
right.
sporting merit.
So you win your group, right? You can win your group.
Which we didn't do, so I can't complain.
As Ed's coach says, it's through voodoo. You know what I mean? I think look,
we know that stuff happens, and I'd rather not go down that line. You know, it could be the case because some of the penalties were awful, right?
Every single one of them, even the ones we scored, it was the nastiest penalty shootout I've seen in my life.
And the goalkeeper does not fill me with any confidence at all.
Nasty.
Yeah, the great plays. I think, look, for me, I think one of the things that we haven't even mentioned is the number of African teams that are able to qualify for the World Cup. There should be, they're always expanding it, and for me, they should give a few more African number of teams to Africa.
Gattuso of Italy wasn't very happy.
Opposite, yeah. Well,
yeah, he said that maybe they shouldn't be enough. But look,
where is he from and what are their country known for? So
exactly,
it's what it is, isn't it?
I think.
But at the end of the day, I'll be supporting. All the African countries do very well, and represent themselves very well on the stage. I look forward to AFCON as well coming up in about a month. I'm looking forward.
That's what I say. What's the doom and gloom for Nigeria? Look, you've got the tournament that you preferred out of the two. So, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't know what the doom and gloom.
Who are you going to be supporting in the World Cup? Who are you going to be supporting?
Can I finish, please?
You said off air, it wasn't who you're from, where you're from.
Can I finish? So, listen, look, as I said, Ed, out the two tournaments, you would prefer, obviously, the AFCON, right? Over 100%,
World Cup. Man.
Yeah, so
you play your home continent tournament, so it's cool.
Exactly. So what's all the professional and all that stuff? You've qualified for AFCON.
100%, man.
I mean, easy 100%. Now.
AFCON's better anyway, man. I've always preferred AFCON.
There you go. Take a touch, and then take a touch.
But can you buy your Ghana Puma kit, please? Can you do that?
I want you to.
Don't worry about Nike being on sale. Buy your.
You would come and say such nasty.
You said it's on sale, but it's the resale price of the Ghana kit. So Nike's on sale.
No, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
I think of your Ghana kit, man.
The new Puma want to come out for the World Cup, and we'll buy it for you, so you can wear it.
I'm not giving any money towards the Ghana kit.
I'll do it. I'll do it for you, bro.
Listen, how benevolent. My hard-earned money going towards a Ghana kit. Puma one at that.
You see, I love the whole of Africa. Unlike you lot, just
no,
it's unnecessary.
Listen, stop pretending that we're one big unified continent.
That's
I want you guys to fail. South Africa less so. Ghana, please.
Yeah. Wow. But why would you? Wow. We're your West African neighbors. Why would you?
No, we're not.
Love thy neighbor.
No. Kill thy neighbor.
No. Kill it. Wow.
No. I wish you nothing but failure on the world stage. I'll be there. I won't be there. My country won't be there, but me, I'll be there. So whoever gonna play, I'm cheering. Cheering.
Listen, look, that's fair enough. Look, at the end of the day, Ed is feeling very bitter.
I'm not bitter. I'm energized, but I hate.
No, he's very bitter. And look, listen, that's fine. Bitter, but as I said, when it comes to World Cup time, we don't turn the mic off. You're not there.
No. Listen.
You could talk, but unless you're there, you need to be there. What sort of rubbish? You're there heckling outside.
Of course. Your name's you will be joining us quicker, so it's fine. Go there, do a little group. How many games in the group stage?
I think it's
4. How many games?
Isn't it?
Yeah, 4. Cool. 4 games to disgrace yourself. I'll be there.
That is for me on the world stage a very proud moment. But listen, I don't want to hear anything from you're not
proud to make up numbers.
Call it what you want.
You don't make finals, you just want to make up appearances, innit? It's cool. It's cool.
Look at the heckling that's going on over here. But you're not there. Sorry, Ed. You're not there.
You said you're not even going to be supporting Ghana, so I don't even want to hear about you. You deserted your own country. You said I'm not even supporting Ghana.
Evidence. Send me evidence.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I know what you said.
Oh,
And God knows what you said. God knows what you said. So God knows your heart. So it's cool.
So before we move on, let me speak to the manager. Yeah, he must have returned. He's got no receipt. Oh, sorry, sir.
God knows your receipts. God knows what you said, innit? I know God knows. Possibly Naeem, but he might be in your back pocket. So I don't know. We can't trust. You can't trust. You can't trust Naeem.
Pause.
No.
How is that dodgy?
What,
You said you got something stuck in your throat. What's worse?
In my back
What's
pocket.
worse?
All I'll say is
you said something stuck in your throat. What's worse?
You know, me and corruption don't mix. We don't, It's just a mistake. Yep.
Right. Now, thank God we've got this topic out of the way now. It's put to bed. See you in 4 years. Let's not make it, 12 without a World Cup appearance. Now, listen, look, we should move on listen, we want to do something different on the Offside chat today. And me and the team, obviously Ed and Naeem, are going to kind of list our transfers that changed the game. Like, these are transfers that you look back in history, you think this was pivotal to the club, the trajectory of the club, how important it was. So that's what we are going to do. Naeem, we'll start with you. A transfer that really changed the game for you, man.
Yeah, I think I'm obviously, I'm gonna be old school, but I'm gonna say Luis Figo from Barcelona to Real Madrid. Couple aspects. One, I mean, obviously this was back in the day, so there was less of this transfer rumors here and there. But one, it came out of the blue. Two, that is a rivalry you don't generally. There's not many players that have played for both clubs, and especially when you're playing, because Figo's revered at that point, wasn't he? At Barcelona, one of their top players, and for him to just go and jump across to Madrid, and it kicked off the Galactico era, didn't it? He went there, Zidane.
Yeah, it was in July 2000. Yeah, so he joined Barcelona. 60 million euros.
Which was a lot of money back then, isn't it?
That was the world record back then, yeah.
The world record, yeah. And I mean, I think it's one of the iconic things in football that you'll always remember was someone throw that pig head him at the Camp Nou. That showed the hate. I think the hate was there. But it just I think that was a shock. I think coming out of the blue, them jumping between two clubs like that, and then also as you said, it was a pivotal because it kicked off the Galacticos thing as well at Madrid, which had its flaws, but it was what everyone wanted to watch them, didn't they? In that aspect, with the players they had. So yeah, that was
because you did mention that obviously it kicked off the Galacticos, and that was obviously Florentino Perez, which we know now, obviously the masterminds, of the Galacticos, and a lot of transfers as well. And that's what that was, his first major signing. Yeah. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, so you have your presidential candidates, and you'll come up, and myself and Ed, I'll be like, right, I'm bringing Semenyo, and then Ed will be like, right, I'm gonna bring Rafael Leao, and then the Arsenal fans were there, decide who we're gonna lead. And he said Figo. That's like saying, that's crazy, isn't it? That's like saying Thierry Henry at that time, and then the Tottenham chairman says, look, I'm telling you, we can get Henry. I think, what? Come on, man. That's like one of their best players ever. And Figo was definitely one of their best players at the time. World Player of the Year, actually. He won the Ballon d'Or that year, didn't he? 2000. So, yeah, like, honestly, yeah, huge transfer, man. Huge transfer, man. Do you think it was a success, Naeem?
Yes and no. I think he obviously won. He won all the trophies, didn't he, at Madrid? Didn't he? In the end, got to play with some of the best talent. Would he have ever got to play with Zidane, Ronaldo? R9. Obviously, we're talking about Roberto Carlos. So yeah, maybe it didn't really work out for him as well. But also, all that reverence he had at Barcelona went down the toilet very quickly, and he's obviously not loved there. But for him, yeah, he won trophies. He got to play with some of the best players in the world. Got a big pay packet out of it as well, didn't he? As well, and he's still revered in football. I don't know. It's a funny one. Depends what aspect you look at, isn't it? It being
yeah.
He only won one CL. I think he won
the Champions League, didn't he? He won the Champions League there, didn't he?
Yeah, in 2002.
Yeah. Won, and I don't think they won a league title. as well.
No, but he won that at Barca, did he? I think.
Yeah, he won league titles.
Yeah.
So I think he won the. I think that was one of the reasons he wanted to win the Champions League, and evidently, obviously, he did. Depends what lens you look at, though. To be fair, I mean, obviously, being in Spain and that hate between the Catalans and obviously Madrid, the Catalans will hate him, and he won't be touched there. But the Madrid would the Madrid boys love him as much as the Barcelona did? Probably not, because he was one. He was one of many.
Like in Madrid.
He's not.
It's weird.
But then he's lost that legendary status at Barca, which he did have. So to that point, probably no one won out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's won league titles with. This is similar to Michael Laudrup. I think he was actually the first before Figo, because everyone looks at that Figo thing. But Michael Laudrup, I thought he was.
But there was love for him. There's actually one of the only players there's love both sides for him.
Yeah, but he was more pivotal for me than the Luis Figo. I think we get lost sometimes. I think maybe it's the age and it was the price tag. But if you actually really deep it, Michael Laudrup was part of that dream team. Won the Champions League in '92. I think they won 4 in a row or 5 in a row. That dream team, Cruyff's dream team, and he was pivotal. Him and Hristo Stoichkov. So for him to go to Real Madrid,
the impact of Figo going.
No, I hear. I think it was the price tag and stuff. But if I really think
reaction,
true, I get it. Yeah, it's been done
before. Hell of a player, but it's like if Romario had gone. It's like Laudrup was a key cog in the dream team, but he wasn't the best player. He wasn't the guy.
I think he was, bro. Him and Stoichkov in the dream team. That was it.
No, but then you've got other players that maybe got more notoriety. You've got Koeman was there. He's Guardiola. Yeah, I don't know if Laudrup, even though he made the move, I don't think he. It's like Romario going. It's like, Stoichkov. Let Stoichkov could have gone. It would have gone way worse. I don't think Laudrup was the guy like that. Stoichkov, Romario.
Oh, they were top 2, them two, bro. Those were the 2 attackers, man. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think maybe it kind of got lost. I hear what you mean, but Michael Laudrup, that's 5 league titles in a row and a Champions League, and he was pivotal, man. Like, they got him for Juve. Now, I know, obviously, Figo, the world, record as well. But I hear it, though. I hear it. I think that's definitely another discussion. I think the old Barcelona, because I think
if you think about Laudrup, his name is very almost forgotten now. We forget what kind of player he was.
I think maybe in England we do, but in Europe, I think we remember him.
But when you think about Barcelona's dream team, I don't think his name comes to mind straight away. Stoichkov, defo, Romario, defo.
No, Romario was only there for one. That's what I'm trying to say.
Season. But
he came at the end.
Stoichkov, defo. I don't think Laudrup straight away. It's usually Guardiola for me anyway. Showing my age, but Guardiola, Stoichkov.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I think obviously the age thing, that's fair. I think the names that come up is the names that come up. But when you actually think about it, he was pivotal, man. Like him and Stoichkov were just, it was them guys. And obviously you had, those guys. You obviously you had Koeman. Guardiola was just coming up as a young DM, but But no, that's fair. Fair point. Right, I'll go next and we'll save the best for last for Ed. Got to make him feel good. But right, in terms of pivotal transfers for me, I'm going to go back to June 1995. The Flying Dutchman. Now, look, there was a Dutchman who dominated the world stage. His name was Marco van Basten. And you would think after Van Basten, I don't think the Dutch can kind of unearth another talent. But that great club Ajax is a club where you should never bet against them. And a young man called Dennis Bergkamp came out of the shadow again, went to Inter Milan, won the UEFA Cup. Italy, it didn't really work out for him. He wasn't a total flop like people were saying, but it didn't really work out for him. But in 1995, George Graham lost his job. And in 1995, we had a new manager, Bruce Rioch. And David Dein does what David Dein does. He got probably the ultimate transfer of that window. To get a world-class player like Dennis Bergkamp, a work of art, man, the Iceman, Dennis Bergkamp, to come to the Premier League as well. Remember, the Premier League is in its infancy as well. It's on this, third, fourth season, so it's quite new. Usually, the transfers you'll get a couple of Scandinavian players here. Obviously, you'll get Scottish players, but one of the biggest names, or probably one of the first big names across Europe to come to the Premier League. So it was pivotal that way. But my beloved Arsenal Football Club were known 1-0 to the Arsenal. The chant would go on. A dogged team. A team that had one or two mavericks, obviously top-class striker. We've had Alan Smith, Golden Boot. We've had Ian Wright come there. Paul Merson, the little magic from him. Anders Limpard, the magic. But it was a more industrial team that's well-driven, very, very difficult to beat. And the reason why for me this was one of the most, if the most pivotal transfer, because it actually changed the trajectory of Arsenal. We then slowly, and I think he was the catalyst for us to actually start playing beautiful football. Now you want to tune in to watch Arsenal now. Before he's like, oh, Arsenal boring. Once they go 1-0, that's it. But now you not only had a top-class striker in Ian Wright, but you had a maestro. His touch, his vision, 7.5 million, the price tag, our record signing, to get him in his prime as well. It was honestly, I think I didn't even have my own money. I think I actually bought every newspaper that day. I would never forget it. My boy Jeff Cage could attest. I had the Sun. I bought the Mirror. I just could not stop reading. Do you know what I mean? I even was watching his wife at the signing, his beige suit, him standing in the marble halls. But it changed everything. Look, Ian Wright has said it himself that when he knew Bergkamp was coming, or he met Bergkamp, it just changed everything. The way that he was eating, the way that he was wearing pajamas, room sharing. Everybody just looked up to him and thought, this guy's going to be special. And listen, man, he's got his stature outside. It just changed. Obviously, Bruce Rioch got sacked at the end of his first season. We had finished 10th, and then he brought us into 5th, the UEFA Cup spot. Last minute goal against Bolton Wanderers, top corner. It took him a while to get started, but once he got started, the rest is history, really. And obviously, Arsene Wenger comes, pivotal, PFA Player of the Year, the double. Dennis Bergkamp, man. Just changed us. And the reason why I'm saying is it changed us from being that industrial, boring team that, listen, I'm not taking away anything from George Graham because that's my childhood and I loved it. Well-drilled defensive teams, I love it. But he just brought that je ne sais quoi, man, there. It just changed things. And then you saw the type of player we were getting. I don't think we get Mark Overmars if it wasn't for Dennis Bergkamp. I don't think Henry maybe, but those type of players were looking in the Premier League thinking, oh, England, this seems okay. Dennis Bergkamp's playing, I'm coming to play. Robin Van Persie. Anybody that's been at the club is just thinking, you got Dennis Bergkamp there, I want to be there. I want to actually watch this guy play with this guy. The vision. The number 10, I don't believe there's been a number 10 that has done justice for me like Dennis Bergkamp in that Arsenal number 10. I don't think there has been, man. Like, he solidified that number 10. Henry loved playing up front with him. Ian Wright loved playing up front with him. And it's just the array of goals as well. And I think he is up there in terms of the best foreign players to ever come to the Premier League and really put us on the map. So for me, in terms of pivotal transfers, I'm going to say Dennis Bergkamp because he took us from the robust 1-0 to the Arsenal to a team that was at one time everybody's favourite second team. Obviously, Arsene Wenger's got a lot to do, but he even said it himself, it's easy now. I'm an attacking manager. I love the beautiful game. When you got Dennis Bergkamp, you just build around him, really, and that's all you would do. So for me, Dennis Bergkamp, pivotal transfer. Edward.
Before Ed does that, but we also win. A guy I've seen is goal of the month. He won 1, 2, and 3, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I've never seen him.
Leicester. Yeah. Goal of the month, probably one of the best Premier League goals we've ever seen. Yeah. Something that, listen, there's other Premier League, there's other goals that players score, and you can try to practice it in the playground. And I'm talking about from the whole of the world of football. You think, wow, maybe we can replicate this. I haven't really seen it done again.
Well, the Newcastle goal is another example.
No, I haven't seen it done again. And anybody that says, oh, yeah, I could just do it. And maybe you can, but in a real game against an international defender like Dabizas, and let me tell you something, Perez fizzed that ball into him. A
Mm.
lot of people can't even control it, let
Yeah.
alone in one
Yeah.
movement. No chance. I don't talk about professional Premier League players now. You fizz that ball into them, they're not going to. He didn't even control it. He literally.
But do you know the genius of the player? He said, and it's no shot at Perez. He said that's actually a bad ball. He said it was actually a bad pass. He said the reason why I took that touch, the pass was off.
See?
And then it's just, and usually when you flick it, you flick it with the outside of your boot. He flicked it with his instep, and he still managed to get the spin and turn. Like, it's just, you will never see that goal again. It's a myth because it was improvised, but only he could do it. You can't practice, like you said, you can't practice that. You will never. You will get 100 tries, and you wouldn't even never. Absolute myth. Absolute myth.
Yeah, listen, there you go. And like Henri said, is and I understand what he says by that. No way am I ever played at any level like these guys. But what he said, and I think everybody could attest, when you've played football at any level, you've always got that player that just brings the best out of you. And and he does exactly what, as Henri said, the game needed him to do. Especially as a striker, you need certain people that the weight of the pass, they know when you're. And Dennis Bergkamp, listen, what more can I say? Henri said it, Ian Wright, and these two are the strikers who are the highest goal scorers in Arsenal's history. Are telling you about this guy. So, yeah, Bergkamp is even now, like, it's so mad because back then you had superstars, but not in the Premier League, and definitely not at your club. So for Arsenal, I still don't think that transfer has been beaten. I know, obviously, the younger generation will look at Ozil and think, "Oh my god, I can't." Nah, bro. But like Bergkamp, even now, I see the pictures now, it gives me goosebumps because I'm like, that Nike kit with the lightning, and how have we got this guy, man? How have we got this guy? It's just, it's unbelievable, man. Edward, pivotal transfers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Neymar. Neymar to PSG in 2017.
Okay.
Not only was it a left field signing, as in like what PSG just done, it changed the balance of power in Europe. And it wasn't for the betterment of either side, funny enough. So 2017, there's a release clause. It's 222 million pounds, is it? Something crazy, but yeah.
Euros, not euros. I think it was euros. Was that euros?
Let me double check that.
Euros, but still, I mean, it was something stupid, wasn't it?
222 million euros, right? It's a release clause. Everyone knows PSG's got money, backed by Qatar, oil state. And they activate the release clause. And everyone's thinking, surely not. He's not going to leave. He leaves. Everyone's like, okay. This now has not only extended PSG's Galactico era, but it's probably solidified. Okay, this is why we've been spending all the money. I know we've had Ibrahimovic before, Thiago Silva, to a lesser degree, Cavani. But you get Neymar in his prime. Okay, cool. We're gonna gear up for our Champions League run. Didn't quite materialize. But the reason why it was shocking is because it kind of sent not only Neymar into a tailspin, but Barca. I don't think Barca, up until now, have even recovered from losing Neymar. Because for me, you can never phase out a Messi, right? He's the greatest of all time. You'll never see his likes again. But the day he's supposed to leave, you had the heir apparent. Just like how Messi was the heir apparent to Ronaldinho, and obviously eclipsed him, there'll come a time when, you have to forward plan. And I think what happened was it just took Barca's nose out of joint. And then with Neymar wanting to go and establish himself outside of the, Messi shadow, as good as he was, and he was a brilliant player for PSG, he just didn't quite feel right. Like, he just, maybe something died, maybe the pressure of being a main guy, maybe got to him, but he won plenty of league titles, but the elusive CL, I know they got to the final in 2020 against Bayern, got popped. I think he got injured in the final, so it didn't quite help him. But he just wasn't the same. But yeah, it was a major transfer. Changed the landscape of Europe, the powers. I think. But yeah, Barca haven't recovered. PSG, ended up having to jetson him and Mbappe out, and they won the fabled CL last year. But yeah, monumental transfer, record as well. I don't think anyone's going to get close to that sort of level of fee. Maybe Haaland, but again, City keep their players. But yeah, 222 million euros. Yeah, massive transfer. And it was a statement of intent for PSG. Didn't quite materialize in terms of the CL, but yeah, show of faith.
It's messed up Barca in certain aspects because the way they spent. Remember, they spent a lot of money they spent that money on Dembele, and he was injured quite a bit the first time, and then what they sold him for the PSG was like 50 mil in comparison. Yeah. And then was it Coutinho? These spent the money for towards Coutinho.
Yeah, they bought him for 145 million. I think it was euro or maybe even pounds. So it was a stupid amount of money for Coutinho. But
it was the start of their financial issues, and they're still paying for it now. And I think that's a great shout in terms of the catalyst what it did to Barca. Because at the end of that Barcelona team, wasn't it? It started at the beginning of the end of that Barcelona team that we saw.
Yeah, I think you know what, Ed, you've ignited a bit of sadness for me. And listen, how am I going to be sad for somebody that is a multi-millionaire? Look, he's won the Champions League. He's won league titles in Spain. He's won league titles in France as well. But you're right. That transfer is, it's not even the world record fee for me. I think that changed the game a little bit different because for me, that's when City and PSG kind of emerged as superpowers in this as well. Before it just used to be the same old clubs, but those two kind of form. We're here now as well in regards to transfers because those were the names now. For a long time, it was like, right, where could he go to? City and PSG now were in the mix. They weren't in the mix before. So now Madrid, they changed their transfer policy. Really, I know they'll go to 100 million for Jude Bellingham and stuff. But listen, they're getting Vinicius. They're going for the young Brazilians, and they've got their way of doing things as well. They've still got their pool. Obviously, Barcelona became, that kind of club. I'm not going to say Liverpool are the same because they're run differently, but in terms of Liverpool's summer, this summer, in terms of we're just breaking the record twice. We're just going to, it's very Chelsea-ish, right? And look, if you've got the money, it's fine, it's cool, but doing it twice in the same summer, Barca became that club overpaying for players. But you're right. I look back at Champions League nights and I just think about the Champions League finals, and that 2015 final was beautiful, man. It was. I don't think you're going to get a better front three. I know people are going to argue and say,
Madrid's front three, but
Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. Messi, the best ever. Look, what you're getting with him. Like he's going to make any Champions League team, so he's doing his thing. Suarez for me, one of the best strikers we have ever seen. And Liverpool, he was incredible. But Barcelona, the numbers
took it to another level.
And the goal and the type of goals he scored.
My gosh, man. That guy, you just have to just look at the stats, look at the goals, and then come back and talk to me. Phenomenal. So you've already got just two monsters, and then you had Neymar, the youngest, the Brazilian, but the flair and the skill. That even there are not many players Messi will look at and think, "Where that this guy?
I can't do that." Yeah.
And Neymar. Even at PSG, if you watch his reels and what he's doing, it's a joke. But at Barcelona, he was putting the assists, he was getting the goals in. He scored in the final. That's why the only thing I've got because I do always feel bad for Neymar about moving and not really living up to what people say. But players will. To get even one CL and to score in the final, I love Jesus. Honestly, phenomenal. Just for him to go. I look back at that time and I think, right, the money-wise, I understand about the brand, but I just think stay, man. I think he was hurt with. It's Messi's club in it. I get it's Messi's club. But
But he regrets it, doesn't he? He regrets it. I think I read somewhere he regrets it.
There was one game where I think he had scored or got an assist, and Lamarck, or one of the newspapers was just to go at Messi, and he's thinking, look, man, no matter what I do, I'm always going to be. But I think it's the only time I watched his documentary, and they said that Suarez cried. Suarez called him crying, like, bro, please, like, don't. Messi as well. Don't go.
Messi didn't want him to go. No one wanted him to go.
No, please stay, man. The torch is going to be yours. For Messi to say that. So, Ed, great example, man, because, it's bittersweet, isn't it, man?
Bittersweet, man. And I'm with you guys. I think if you maybe ever get a chance to speak to Neymar, probably quietly, you'd probably be like, listen, I probably shouldn't have left. Because it was almost like the beginning of the end. He was still a brilliant player in his prime. But yeah, the PSG move just was a bit off. There was too much pressure. Then they get Mbappe. Then them two couldn't coexist. And then the injuries, always getting injured at pivotal times. Then he done his knee, and yeah, man, I think
it was too easy as well. The league was a bit too easy for him as well.
Yeah.
And I think bad habits come out of that as well, don't you?
Power as well. You're giving him all that money. He's probably on God knows how much money he was getting paid at PSG. Yeah.
Do you know what I think is kind of like this? They're going to pivot a little bit away, and I think you made some great points. As we said that he wanted to get out of Messi's shadow, but we've forgotten something very important that kept getting mentioned: Ballon d'Or. And I think CR7 has ruined it for a lot of people now, for a lot of players, that their private desires to win this award. Because of CR7, and look, he's just an incredible, one of the best we've ever seen. The fact that he was like, no, I want to be world best player, and I'm saying it out there. I think a lot of other players now have tried to take this on, and it's something that you maybe, I think, should keep to yourself, because when you start saying these things out loud, you're moving from a club, Barcelona, where everything is there for you to continue to win. When you play up front, all this stuff about you want to be the main guy, I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, when you're playing in a phenomenal team and you've got other players around you that are that good as well, you can rely on them. When you're having an off game, that get you out of trouble, man. So all this stuff about I want to be the big fish in a small pond, I don't understand that mentality as a football player anyway, because you want to win though. You want to win as a team. You want to have the best players around you. It makes life easier. It makes you train harder. And I understand the gravity of Messi, but Messi, you're younger than Messi. You're not going to be there forever. And that thing about I want to be world player of the year, I want to be Ballon d'Or, this thing has started messing things up. You got Mbappe moving all over the place. That's another thing. Why come out and say it? I think CR7 said it. And look, he's got 6, 7?
He's got 6 or 7, and I think Messi's got 8. The record.
Yeah,
right?
Messi's got 8. So look, man, you're not CR7. Like you can't say this. There are not many players out there that could actually say, "Yeah, I think I want to win."
And is he the greatest as well to never have won the Ballon d'Or? He must be, surely. If you look at the body of work,
I think Thierry Henry, man.
Thierry Henry, obviously, that's.
I think he is. That's
1A, 1B.
Xavi, maybe. There was a season when he was maybe arguing him or Iniesta potentially.
Not true.
There was a time when there was number one season, but
Neymar's up there. No, Neymar's up there. Yeah, look, no two ways about that. Neymar's up there. You look at like Ballon d'Or World Player of the Year. Obviously, Stoichkov has won it. Romario won it. So these guys have. Do you know what I mean? The thing
is with Neymar as well. Since one thing, Brazil. Obviously, we talk about Jogo Bonito, and there's no player that's come out like Neymar since.
Yeah, there's a lot of
very skillful players. Don't know Vinicius. You look at Estevao at Chelsea, but what he can do on the pitch, that that Ronaldinho magic stuff. There's no one since.
I think them two are the most skillful, that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Them two, Ronaldinho and then Neymar, just ridiculous, man. And with Neymar, even he's a very slim guy. That's the thing. When you watched him for Santos, and obviously he won the Puskás for the best goal. It was a ridiculous goal. I looked at him, and even when he signed for Barca, I thought, rare. Like I've seen Marga. but it didn't stop anything, man. He was just that. Yeah, those hypervenom orange boots.
Yeah.
And just,
Bad
bro,
boy.
just
Bad
the
boy.
control
Bad boy.
sometimes, yeah. So yeah, great, man. But okay, cool. Listen, guys,
Short and sweet.
thank you. Yeah, short and sweet. Thank you so much for tuning in. Obviously, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for what you guys think about your pivotal transfers. I'm sure it's going to be connected to your club, man. But yes, listen, God bless everybody. Peace out.
Yeah.